Hey, Happy New Year. Hello, everyone. For our audience out there, this is our first session in 2022. Hope you had amazing New Year so far. And just to remind you, this is our podcast, East, your energetic, authentic self today. This is Joy.
This is Sheila.
I am Hope.
So good to see both of you. I'm sure we couldn't wait to share a lot of amazing things with our audience this year. How each of you have been doing?
It's been awesome. Can't be better. 2022. Love it.
Agreed. It's starting off well, and I'm looking forward to a great year, particularly partnering with the two of you to move the podcast forward.
That's really good to hear. You all know I'm a planning person. I'm a planner. In order for me to actually plan the new year, I did a lot of self-reflection. And I had one particular story I wanted to share with both of you. You ready?
I'm ready to listen.
Let's hear it.
I am. Both ears.
Yes. In my reflection, I was thinking, wow, my dream goal last year was actually last a few years and has been really getting up early and do things that matter to me. For example, getting up early so I can work out, I can read Bibles, and I can eat a breakfast, taking my time for shower and getting ready for work, ideally before 8. But I don't think I did that successfully.
So what has been stopping you?
Well, really long story. As a starter, I always think there's so many mornings. It's like, wow, bed is so comfortable. I don't want to get out of it. It's not a big deal to miss one day. I'm okay. I don't want to get up today. And there you go. One morning left.
Well, first of all, thank you for sharing that. As you're sharing, particularly that self-care and the things that are important to you. I know in past sessions, we focused on that. So kudos to you for wanting to focus on that self-care. But what's the level, what's the energy that's showing up for you when you're thinking about how comfortable and cozy the bed might be?
The comfort of the bed only lasts for a very limited time. As a very self-disciplined person, I got disappointed to myself. I can be very honest with you. I was so disappointed to myself for so many times. Like, Joy, why can't you do it? Why can't you just get up at 6 or 5:30 when the alarm sound, Can you just work a little harder? And I blame myself. I regret. I have all these emotions really bother me.
I don't think you're alone, Joy, because first of all, getting up early every single day is extremely difficult. As you mentioned, everybody loves that comfort, right? In the morning. And also it's normal for you to feel like regretful, blame yourself. And we know in energy level, that's the victim mindset of, oh, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to change anything. But we also know that level 1 sometimes serve you well, because if you claim yourself as a victim, you don't really have to do anything.
That makes sense.
Other than stay in bed nice and warm and cozy, especially during cold winter months, right?
I know. And then when I finally got up, and I'll blame Michael, my husband, like, why don't you wake me up? My alarm sounded, you were awake, but why didn't you wake up? It's all because of you that you were sleeping so late. You didn't come to bed until 11. You were having snacks in the kitchen with the kids. I was mad at him for some times,
Yeah, you are smiling right now, but I imagine when you really said that, you were not smiling. You were angry, I imagine.
I
Is
know.
that true?
It's like,
So yeah, so in that case, what you were experiencing, we call that level 2, which is conflict, confrontation, blame other people. Because you can't always blame yourself. Like you said, you are a self-disciplined person. It must be something else, someone else.
That
Shiva,
makes
would you
sense.
like to share what is the advantage and the disadvantage of level 2?
Great question. So, to your point, it is, I'll say deflecting what's really going on. Once again, as we talk, Joy is, the victim energy, and now it's bouncing into that level 2 of, no, it's someone else's fault. I don't have to own this, and, looking to move forward that way, casting the blame off of yourself and onto someone else.
I know. And I would say Michael is really smart. He says, you wanted to get up early. I didn't want to. Why would I own that?
Good for him.
Hey, he has a point.
So I felt like, yeah, you're right. And I would say like, yeah, you are right, Michael. It's me wanting to get up, but I don't know. I really wanted to fight for that. If I couldn't get up, if you cannot help me to get up, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay not to work out in the morning. Maybe it's okay not to read the Bible in the morning, and I can make up the workout at night. Maybe I can, work out 3 times a week, or maybe I can read Bibles on Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't have to be every morning. And I feel like I find a tons of reasons, like it's okay not to get up early. It's okay not to stick to my goals. Everything's fine.
Which
So
that
now-
everything's fine. Perhaps it is what it is. And you said it several times. It's okay. It's okay. And you're looking at options, you're moving into that level 3 energy of, yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. I'm good with it. You start feeling better, right, about your choices. You're no longer a victim. You're not blaming Michael. You're realizing, yeah, you've kind of done this to yourself, and you can change that. You have choices from that standpoint.
Yeah. And I would say particularly in the pandemic, right? I often think about why bother, because it's really important that everybody's safe, everybody's, together. We enjoy the time together. It feel like, that outweighed my goals. I set it up. I definitely find a lot of reasons that it's okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We all thought that by the end of last year, pandemic is going to be over, but here we are, end of January. We still don't know when it's going to be over. As you mentioned, as long as our family are safe, we're together, and no one is getting sick, and that's something that we want to celebrate, right?
Mhm.
So it is okay to not get up every single day. At least you are reading Bibles during the weekend. So yeah, kudos to you.
And it was even more interesting, thank you for acknowledging. I felt like that's why I always feel connected with you too. You understand me. You support me regardless what. What's even more interesting is since the pandemic, all of us were at home for a lot of time. Kids were growing so much. They have been growing so much. And my little ones started having the habit, at 9 o'clock, Daddy, Mommy, I wanted to eat a pancake. Oh, I wanted to eat a waffle or pasta, you name it. And we were like, oh, your body is growing. You need more food. Let's cook some food. At 9 o'clock, sometime 10. So I think it'll be even more reason. Remember, if you sleep late and I cannot get up early, right? I need enough sleep. And sometimes they linger around, you cook, you eat, and take care of the kids because they're growing. Like, okay, mommy is here, daddy is here. 11:30, there you go.
Yeah, I feel a lot of love there.
Mm.
And we know as parents, for those of us who have kids, we know we would do almost everything to make them happy. That's almost like our goal of life. And it's understandable that you want to spend that time with him, you care about him, you want him to grow taller. And that's a lot of level 4, the caring, the love. I'm telling you, enjoy that time, because my teenager would say, I'm not hungry.
Agreed. Enjoy the time, because you'll get to the point where, for me, my kids are 30 and soon to be 32. And you just sit back and reflect and look at all that you did, level 4, showing up to support, help, provide, allow them to eat at 11:30 at night, and you see what type of adults they become because of the love and the help that you provided to them.
Definitely. What you said, it make me, treasure those moments even more. I honestly, we do enjoy the time, sometimes Alex, my 8-year-old, like, mom, wait me. I'm getting heavier. See, all these food are helping me. And we're so excited for him when he's doing that. He did grow a lot, by the way. Knowing all that, and knowing it's okay to do all that. But in my review, when Micah and I were doing the year-end review, I did talk about that again. Like, I really wanted to, I still wanted to, if there are opportunities that to be able to get up early and work out and, reading Bibles. I'm not sure how I can get there, but wait, can you be my personal trainer? Because hiring a professional personal trainer is so expensive. I said, you seem like very into the exercise. You can definitely be my personal trainer.
And free.
And free. And it says, I give you the power, to motivate me in whatever the ways that works for you. And I felt like, well, that sounds interesting. Let me be a personal trainer. So, that's something new we're trying this year.
Well, that's awesome. Particularly for you to recognize something he enjoys, and then tying that to your goals. There's that support there, connection as well. And, that's, moving into that level 5, and the connection, frankly, moving into the level 6, and just hearing it in your voice, it sounds like it's allowed you to come together, be closer, as a couple.
I got to tell you, I really enjoyed that, because I didn't think that's connected to my getting up early. We started off with, okay, you're my personal trainer. What kind of plan you have? And then he set it up to go, run 3 days and muscle strength 2 days, and you pick one weekend, blah, 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 right? He set up.
I'm driving to your house every morning.
And me too. I'll be there in 4 hours.
Yes, sir. But when would I do that? Because from 8 to 5, that's my loving job that I really engage with the lunchtime. And also after that, I have other plans. I don't want to do the exercise after 8. And my personal trainer said, why don't you get up in the morning to do the workout? It says, I'm not sure if I can do that. He said, what's stopping you? Says, well, for me to get up at 6, I need to go to bed at 10, but that's not a habit you and kids are having. He says, all right, let's work on that.
Wow.
Now we're asking Alex, if you want to eat a late night dinner or snack, you need to bring that request before 8, because we're not cooking after 9 anymore. Setting expectations. I mean, Michael has been doing an amazing job. Like by 9 o'clock, everybody go to the bedroom. And we have been really enjoying the morning time, because he's my trainer, and we're working out, comparing the goals and progress. And we sat down, we read Bibles. Both of us are in the Bible study fellowship. And then, we eat breakfast together and getting kids ready. We have extra morning time as a family. Then I still have time to, took a shower and getting ready for work before 8, and sometimes even way before 8. And I felt like, wow, I never thought it would work out this way.
I told you 2022 is a great year, and I see that from you. So I see a lot of collaboration between you and Michael, between the kids, and you also set a boundary, which is very healthy for parenting, to have that boundary. As also, remember we mentioned the boundary is at the distance that I can love you as well as love myself. So you can love both yourself and your kid. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Agreed. And to Hope's point, just you talking about it, and frankly, just feeling the energy and talking about the family, accomplishing things, the collaboration, just how you're frankly, you've taking us through all of the energy levels in this discussion to get to that level 7 where you're there, you're with your family, doing what you want, going back to setting that goal, but also, supporting the family and doing what you enjoy most, which is really being a part of and being with your family.
Yeah.
A lot of creation, right? You create your own plan, you create a personal trainer, you create a boundary. Level 7.
Wow, I didn't really think that, but now you make me even more excited with all these energies.
So can I go to exercise with you then?
Come over.
How many clients would Michael like to have as a personal trainer?
Wow, he's growing his business now.
All thanks to you. Collaboration.
Thank
and
you.
The creation of at least one more client. I'm 4 hours away, so I don't know how that'll work for me unless we do
I'm only 5 minutes away.
A Zoom kind of thing, a Zoom personal trainer. I'm sure it exists.
Oh yes.
Maybe he will create a group, training a group. Whoa, see where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. So even just one thing, you're trying to get up early and do a morning routine. And we actually were able to look at the situations in different levels of energy. So there are choices out there, but people often feel they're stuck. They don't have other choices. Well, yes, you do. You have 7 different choices.
That's amazing.
Yep, and choosing how those will serve you.
And this is probably a perfect timing. I just realized that we're sharing this story for our audience out there. Feel free to share with us and what kind of experiences you're having. Maybe we can continue on this conversation later on. Like, what goals have you set it for yourself, and how have you been doing that so far? And share with us so we know how we can support you.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Any last comment on this one, sisters?
I'm so happy for you.
Absolutely.
I love you both.
Once again, kudos to you for setting the goal and working through all the energy levels and coming up with what works for all. It started out for you, but now it's everyone's involved and growing as part of the process.
I know. And I forgot to mention, as Michael and I are encouraging each other, my mom started her New Year resolution automatically. Like, I got to control my weight and I wanted to get better shape. And I was like, wow, I have been saying that for years. And now she's asking for it by herself. So talking about influence, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Talking about inspiration. So
you're the role model.
Yeah, Absolutely. I can definitely see that. All right. Well, I have so much fun sharing my experience with all my sisters here and everybody out there. It's time to say goodbye, and I'm sure we'll see you in no time. But until then, have a good night. And remember, this is East, your energetic, authentic self today. And this is Joy.
This is Sheila.
I hope.
And see